As we've wrapped up the second summit in the series of the National Oil Spill Summits that you're hosting and your organization has produced, how do you feel the progress has been with regard to your goal of disseminating containment solutions?
I think we're making progress. This being the second one, we saw success of another company that was at the first oil spill summit, and because of the officials that were there from EPA and our introductions and follow-up, his solution has been approved finally after 2 months. And we heard from another private sector company here that has just had success with their solution being approved. However, most of the companies here with solutions still feel that their solutions are in a black hole. So that means that we need to continue to put on more oil spill summits, gathering the officials together so that we can physically bring them together to actually see the solutions.
Correct. And is there any other means of disseminating this information rather than hosting these summits? Do you anticipate another medium of sort to do that?
Yes, at the first summit, the Environmental Protection Agency asked us to develop a website where we could list all of the different solutions that are being proposed. This will be an alternative to the black hole that many people feel that they're going into when they submit something to the BP alternative technology site. So we're in the process of getting that launched, and before long we'll have hundreds and then thousands of solutions that will be transparent for everybody in the U.S. and the world to see, and that will put added pressure on whoever the decision makers are to look at these and to try to implement them. And what we're going to do, in addition to just listing them, we're going to have a summary of their experience in trying to get this approved. And I think as more and more people, especially members of Congress, which we're in touch with, see that and say they see the frustrating process, and at the same time the Gulf of Mexico is becoming more and more polluted while these solutions could be implemented, then I think some action will happen.
Of course. So the ultimate goal with the website is not only to have a conduit for technologies to be posted and displayed for the average person to understand or get to know that is out there, but also as a means for public officials, EPA, and various oil and gas executives to understand that there are these technologies out there. They've tried to work through the red tape of the EPA approval process, and it's just not happening.
Right.
So hopefully that this website achieves both goals by disseminating information and getting the word out that things aren't happening.
Right now, over 100,000 solutions have been proposed, but who they've been proposed to is BP. They're not the government, so they don't have any regulatory framework or requirement to put out this information to the public. And because they're not the government, they don't have any particular self-interest in evaluating them, because they already have their toxic dispersion approved by EPA. So we're going to develop this alternative, and not only to bring out the best solutions, but also to show the frustrating process that thousands and thousands of companies are going through. And with that exposure and lawmakers looking at it and the media looking at it, hopefully this will improve the process sooner rather than later.
Right, exactly. Following containment, we're now day 81 of this disaster, containment being in the foreseeable future. Following that, hopefully, in a perfect world, what do you see the summit moving towards in its focus?
I do not think that we'll get any good news in the near future. I do not think it will be contained. Even if it is contained, all these months you've had this oil that has been gaining depth, and it's got to go somewhere. And now today you've seen it spread to Texas. So eventually it's going to spread to the shores of all 5 states. And so we're going to continue to have this containment issue for a long time. And so that will be also a focus of future oil spill summits.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your work, and we appreciate the dissemination of information.
Thank you very much.